How much money do you think you really need to make once you transition out of the military? Once you transition and either you retired or transition, how much money are you going to have to make in a civilian job to make ends meet? Well, the answer to that is actually pretty easy, but it has to do with one thing, and that is what kind of lifestyle do you want to live once you transition out of the military? And based on what kind of lifestyle you want to live, all you have to do is figure out all the things you want, all the things you want to buy, the house you want to live in, the vacations you want to take, where do you want to, what clubs do you want to join, how many movies do you want to see in a month? Figure out all of your expenses and then figure out what your military retirement is going to be, figure out exactly what your disability is going to be, or give it a guesstimate, a really good guesstimate. You could probably figure that out based on all the medical issues that you may have, documented, that's the key. And then just figure out exactly what you need to earn to make up that difference. And I would add on maybe 15, 20% onto that figure because you always want to save as well. Now, a lot of people don't figure this out and they think they got to go out and get a job that's paying them more than, twice as much as what they made in the military. Well, if you think about it, you really don't have to. And that's where a lot of vets, I think, are kind of screwing up a little bit because they're going just for the money and they're miserable. And I'm not saying you can't get a good job and be happy there. I'm not saying that at all. But what I really want you to do is find a job that's going to be a perfect fit for you. And that may be being a greeter at Walmart. It may be being a CEO of a company. Whatever fits for you. Don't just go for a job. Figure out what that fit is. And if you're making a whole crap ton of money that you don't really need to live the lifestyle that you want, what are you doing with that extra money? Have a plan for that extra money. Because wealth and getting wealthy and living comfortably is not very difficult. But you got to have a plan. You got to have a strategy. You got to figure out how much you need right in the beginning going in. Because if you don't know that, I almost guarantee you're never going to make that. Now, when I say you got to figure out what you want to do, you have to be very specific. And it's not just you, it's your family as well. So if you're married, you got kids, if you're divorced with kids, it doesn't matter. Sit down with your family and figure out what everybody wants. If you're the sole breadwinner, figure out what you need to make. And if your spouse or significant other works, you can, add that up. And you might even find out that, and you don't have to do a whole lot because your military retirement pay plus your spouse's pay might be enough for you to live comfortably, for you to live the lifestyle that you want. Now, I want you to have a fulfilling life once you get out of the military. And I don't think you can do that if you're in a job where you don't like it, where you don't love it really. But I'll settle for like. But I mean, I want you to really have a job that fits, that really is allowing you to utilize your skills and your talents and to, be who you are and to live out your life purpose. And a lot of times that is not nearly as much as we think it's going to require to make. There's a ton of jobs out there, and I know that the right job is out there for you. But a lot of people rush into it. A lot of military transitioning out just rush in and pick the first job that comes along because it pays good. Well, you don't need a job that really pays outstanding if you have military pay and disability because you're going to get a decent amount of money. You just got to figure if it's enough. And then really start going after the job that's going to make you happy. going to make your family happy, that's going to give you a balanced life, that's going to allow you to be successful and be fulfilled. If you're a veteran and you're already out of the military and you're getting your retirement pay and you're in a job that you just totally hate, it's never too late to find the job that's right for you. And again, do the same process here. What kind of lifestyle you want to live, figure out what you're bringing in, figure out the differences, and that's your target. Add on 20%, like I said, but that's your target. It doesn't have to be a whole crap ton of money. Remember, the goal is to be happy, to have joy in your life, to live out your second career doing the stuff that you're made to do. So you're completely living a fulfilled life.